with Paula Castro and Reverend Julie Moret. We are here live from Matambu, which is, okay, I'm really trying to get this. Okay, I'm just going to do this for now. And then we'll go all in. We're here live from Matambu, Nagu, Torangit, Chorotega. We're with the Chorotega tribe in Matambu, and we've been having a wonderful, wonderful afternoon here with the tribe. But before we get into that, I want to share with you a little bit about what's going on at Rythmia this week. Actually, Reverend Julie, has been at Rythmia teaching The Answer Is You. Yes. And every week, what happens there is amazing transformation. What happens there is a soul merger, where people see some aspect of their true selves, their core self, and come back to a state of wholeness. And from that state of wholeness, heal their hearts and forgive the unforgivable. It's truly a remarkable week. And it's transformative every week in and week out. So we want to invite you to come down if you have any questions. There's a number that you can call and find out a little bit more about more than just a spiritual vacation, but a life transforming experience of coming back to a state of wholeness and seeing the world and life itself for the richness that it is. So, okay, now we're at, I'm going to get, Paula's there, Paulita, hola, you Reverenda, Julie. And so here, let me tell you a little bit. What I thought we'd do today is we're live here visiting the tribe and, or visiting the community rather. And so I would thought that each of us could share something about our experience. So I'd love to start with Paula. Why don't you share about what you loved most about about your afternoon so far?
Today we were doing, we were working with clay, and then JJ asked this beautiful woman, "What are we making today?" And then she said, "Whatever the clay wants." And the way that then JJ articulated is whatever wants to emerge. And all of us agree that was such a great metaphor for life, that sometimes, at least to me, we have this agenda. We think we know what needs to happen, and we don't allow whatever life wants to show us, whatever it's emerging. Sometimes it's so much deeper, so much bigger, so much wider, so much more expansive. But because we have all these ideas and how it should be, it should look like, we might miss the magic sometimes. So I thought, and the best wisdom messages, sometimes you get them from unexpected places, unexpected people, sometimes in the most simple ways. And I think those are the best teachers, the ones that can put it in such a simple way in the most unexpected moments. So I got the message, and I want to apply it for my life. Let's just let it emerge, whatever needs to emerge in your life, and expect magic, because that, and then all of us did such a great job doing it. Totally. We should put a picture in the comments later so people can see.
Okay, yes, we took
clay.
pictures. Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Paula. And Reverend Julie?
Yes. So to just touch on that, we were making clay bowls, and it took me 3 tries. So I'm just saying, like, oops. JJ's giving me direction.
There we go.
Okay. Hi there. So just to say, sometimes we don't get it right the first time, and that when the time is right, it'll come together. So 3 times was the charm, and I got my bowl together. I think the thing that really touched me so much today was we finished lunch, and I'm ready to go on to the next thing. And our guide suggested we go take a rest in the hammock. And like, what? I'm from LA. Like, what's next? We're going to knock it out. And so I kind of was like, all right, whatever. I'll go sit in a hammock. And I got so relaxed. Like, all 3 of us were just like blissed out. And I thought, there's something about that simplicity living, about living close to nature and slowing down and being in the moment. And so that's my takeaway, is just take time to breathe. Just to take time to take a breath. I think that's a sweet way to live.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Wow, what a tremendous day. So I want to tell you, I don't think I introduced as enough the fact that we're here in the Nicoya Peninsula. about an hour and a half away from Rythmia in Matambu, which is the town where the people of the Chorotega community live. And this is the only indigenous tribe in Guanacaste, in the state that we are living in right now in Costa Rica. And this is also in a blue zone. And a blue zone is typically where people live to be 100 years or more. And some of the hallmarks of a blue zone are that there's community. Community is one of the number one things that help people live longer. The second is that the elderly feel connected and that they're contributing to the community. They're not disconnected, and they're still contributing. They still have value. Their lives still have meaning because they're a part of the community. And then exercise and predominantly plant-based with a little bit of meat, but a lot of plant-based meals. And so we've really stepped into this community here. And what my takeaway is that our ancestors did not go it alone. They had a tribe. They had a depth tribe. They had a community to support them. There wasn't one person or one thing that solely supported them. It was a full community effort. And that not only was the community key, but as we talked about, as Reverend Julia had enjoyed the siesta that we took after dinner, our guide, Marvin, who is just amazing, that he created this opportunity for people to come and see his community. But he said, you know, what normally would happen is you'd get up really early in the morning and then you'd go work in the fields, work with the cattle, or you work in the farm. And then you would come back for lunch and rest, you know, and then the rest of the afternoon might be something different. You wouldn't go back to work in the afternoon. So this style of life, this way of living that's connected with the rhythms of life, the patterns of nature that bring us into alignment with what is emerging everywhere. I mean, just, I don't know, you can see behind me, like, look at how beautiful life is presenting itself in so many unique ways, of combinations, and we miss so much. We miss so much when we are in a rush. So this has been a wonderful day to slow down and to connect with the rhythms of life, to connect with these beautiful people that have welcomed us into their community, and to have the opportunity to be together with Reverend Julie. I can't figure out which way to go. With Reverend Julie and with Paula Castro. And I'm going to show you our guide. Okay, you see Marvin there. Thank you. And to the IG community, we're so grateful that you joined us. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you next week for another edition of Walking the Path. All right.